You see, Long Island is basically like this. You got three things to do. You got your work, then you got chicks, and then you got parties. If you're not involved in any of those, you're a fucking bum in Long Island. I knew a couple girls, and they needed money. And I was sitting with a bunch of them, and they said, wouldn't it be funny if, you know, to get a little money, we just had sex with guys instead of just, you know, doing it and not getting paid, because they did it all the time. I was like, yeah, but you need a pimp for that stuff. And I said, well, Adam, why don't you be our pimp? So I was just joking around at first, and I was like, all right. But they started getting people who were actually serious. They started telling them I'm their pimp. So people started coming to me and saying, yo, hook us up. We have a party. Invite one of your girls. I was like, all right, but it's going to cost you a little bit. So someone would have a party, or maybe they would just buy themselves. And they would give me a call and say, yo, we need a girl, or 2 girls, or 3 girls even. And I would hook them up. $100 a girl. Made a lot of money off of that stuff. And I started expanding. They had friends who wanted to do it, so they came to me and asked me if I would do it with them. Girls are not very hard to get in Long Island, because what are they going to do? They got nothing to do either. They're bored. So what are they going to do? They're going to have sex. That's all it is. When you're this young, you got nothing much to do. Half my friends are my age, but none of them have driver's license. So, what they do to pass time is they have sex or do drugs. But sex is much bigger because everybody can enjoy that. I mean, you can make money off of it like I did, or you could just, you know, do it to save time or lose time, you know? You're bored, you have nothing to do, you have to go to work at 3. You got about an hour or so to spare. What are you going to do? Call up some girl, walk to her house, have sex with her, and then go to work. I've done that before. It's just something to pass time. Girls will go out to a party, and they won't even get drunk. They'll just be bored sitting there. They're not allowed to drink or whatever, or they don't want to. And they'll just look at some guy and go, hey, you want to have sex? Are you going to say no? Come on, the girl's offering you? Of course you're going to say yes. And you don't know what that girl has. If you weren't expecting to have sex, you're not going to bring a condom, but you're still going to do it anyway. So it's all very spontaneous, I guess. And it just happens. It's something just clicks in a guy's head and just thinks, all right, let's have sex. And the girl's ready for it because she needs something to do. And that's finally something to do for her. Up until then, you're bored out of your mind. Just wait until you turn 13 so you can have sex. Some people may claim that they have chivalry, but when it comes straight down to it, probably not. I don't think so. I mean, people just care about themselves way too much to be caring about someone else. So even if it is like a girl, and he likes her and everything, he'll probably be worried about, you know, how he's going to benefit from the relationship more. And they complain all the time. I don't know why. It's just something they do. Everyone's just rich, and they're enjoying their freedoms, and they're trying to get their luxuries and doing their thing. They don't care about anyone else. So, they hate each other. They fight with each other. They do all that stupid, you know, crap.
Why do you think people get so dressed up to go to the mall?
They want to impress other people, I guess.
They expect
a lot of people to be there.
Yeah.
And of course you have to please everyone around.
You kind of hype yourself when you go to the mall. You think like, oh, I'm going to see everybody.
But then you don't.
You usually don't.
Yeah. Nobody wants to go to the
No
mall.
one wants to go to the mall. Get the Cheesecake Factory though. That's nice.
It's a good place.
Spencer's.
The Chinese food in the mall is so good.
Dude, that's way over.
And they get free samples.
It's very
It's not
everywhere.
That's because the food sucks. It's not good.
Yes, no, it's not. Oh, come on.
I'm gonna say it's because it's where all the gangsters hang out, and the gangsters are the high point of civilization.
They really are.
Obviously, it's true. They're the educated ones.
Clearly.
Yeah. They have the biggest future.
Yeah, I don't really like them all.
You got everything there, I guess.
Centerpiece. Because people just want to mindlessly spend their money because they're stupid.
Everybody's living off their parents and shit. The kids have not all of them, but most of them have no respect for money. They don't give two shits. They're gonna go do whatever they want, and they're cocky about it too. This one kid who went to my high school, he drove an Escalade, and he would leave at 7th period, driving an Escalade, and he would blast the music so everybody knew that he was leaving the high school, but then he'd come back 9th period with his Cadillac and show off his 2006 Cadillac or whatever. It's cockiness. It's not even his parents bought that shit for him. It's a lot of lies, and it's very deceitful. You can't really trust anybody. Like, you could always go to a party, and there's always something planned on a weekend. I always got a girl to see, or I always have a party to go to, or alcohol to get, or drugs to do. But you live here, and it's just, it corrupts you, man. All it makes you do when you get out of here is lie, cheat, steal, do whatever you want, because it makes you worry about just yourself, not anyone else. It corrupts you. So it'd be great to visit here, but you live here and you're fucked. It may look very classy to you on the top layer, but underneath it's just dirtbag, you know? Everybody is just completely grunged out, but they'll try to look sophisticated and all that shit. But inside, you know that you're sleazy. Everybody around here, they don't care. They're mad sleazy.